So we talked about the O of open, the L of lean, E, eye contact. And here's what I want you to understand about eye contact. This also has a very strong cultural connotation. Not all cultures are emphasized direct, consistent, continuous eye contact. U.S. business culture tends to, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's perfectly okay. But what I do want you to be mindful of is don't read anything into an individual who might not maintain consistent eye contact. I actually had a manager, when I was a HR manager, this was some time ago, say to me that anytime he interviews somebody, he wants to shake his or her hand and look them square in the eye, and he wants them to give him a firm handshake and look him square in the eye, and if not, he's going to dismiss them out of hand and not even consider them. Wow. And obviously, that's a problem, because it doesn't take into consideration cultural differences and the fact that a person, say, again, for instance, in traditional Asian culture or traditional Latin culture, is a lot less likely to maintain direct eye contact, especially if it's an individual they perceive as being in a higher level position or in a position of authority. And so the E here is simply about be mindful about your use of eye contact and don't read into anything into people who may not be making direct eye contact with you. And then lastly, the R speaks to relaxed. And I would argue that potentially the R trumps everything, because if you're not relaxed, if you feel anxiety, if you feel stress, if you're just not relaxed, what are we talking about? Tension. Noise. It's an element of noise. If we're stressed out, we can't listen and understand as well, and we probably can't articulate our message as well either. So what you want to do when you have interactions with people is you want to the extent possible, create circumstances in which both people can be relatively relaxed and can be in a place where they feel comfortable having the conversation and are able to do some of the things that we've talked about relative to, and are going to talk about relative to applying the Lucas approach. Okay, let me stop for a second. Any questions about any of those elements in terms of the SOLER technique, please?
Yes, in terms of space, couldn't space also be a power move? Couldn't
Yes.
I be moving into your space to let you know I'm more powerful than you are, and I'm going to be in your space, and there's not much you can do about it because I'm going to be in your space?
Yes,
Okay.
it can be. That's a good example. I'll give you another space power move. I just said, yeah, yeah, it could be.
Right. I mean, it's such a fascinating concept to me.
Mm-hmm. It can. I'm going to give you another example of that. You can manage the space. If you're having an interaction with someone, say you're their manager and you want them to know who's boss, that's a situation in which you should sit behind your desk and have them on the other side of the desk. That's a very, very powerful message of who's in charge. On the other hand, if you want it to be more equal, you want to create a more egalitarian circumstance, you should come out from behind your desk and you two sit facing each other with nothing between you. So you absolutely can use space to enforce power.